So why are we here? Co-op programs. We have a new 2016 program. We've kind of run through all of this. And basically, the premise for the co-op program is to really extend the brand and give each of you, our partners, the opportunity to be called out and singled out as an entity as we're sharing the warmth and beauty of Greater Fort Lauderdale. We've got diverse programs that reach all different segments, so you know what works best for your property. You know who your customer is. Our program is very broad. The co-op opportunities that are here are really partner-based, and that means is that we need to get your support in order to execute these programs. Most of these programs will not happen unless we have partners that participate. We have a base program that we're very comfortable with, that's very effective, that we have tested. We've got the material, the media has been tested, we've gotten great results from them before, but a lot of these newer co-op programs we will not execute unless we have the partner support. So really the whole purpose of the co-op program is twofold. One is to extend the brand and extend the awareness of Greater Fort Lauderdale. And the second is to call out your business, your attraction, your hotel to those potential visitors. And we've identified all of these for you. We've done all the legwork for you. All we need is for you to say yes. The rates are discounted tremendously, anywhere from 25 to 81%. 81? 81. Not 82, but 81%, okay. And everything is flexible. So while we may have scheduled out some things, you may come to us and say, you know, I'd rather that didn't run in December, that doesn't help me, but if it were to run in April, that would be a huge help. And so those are the conversations that we need to have, and that's the thinking that I need you to kind of wrap your head around this morning. These are suggested programs, they are flexible for the most part, and we want to make sure that it works for you. So we have a great program for the UK. We're going to go into the international side of our program right now. And we have the Discover America insert. This is a print insert that will go into magazines, the Times, National Geographic Traveler, and The Guardian. You're looking at about 760,000 impressions that will happen, and there is a minimum of 3 partners. So when you see these, you're going to see that for the most part, there is a minimum and a maximum in terms of partners. And what that is, excuse me, it's just described so that you understand how we got to the rates and the impressions that we've gotten to here, okay? Any questions about that? So in other words, on a minimum 3 partners, if we only have 1 partner that's interested, it probably won't happen. If we get 7 partners, 1 will be waitlisted, and we'll be looking for 2 more so that we can add on to it. So all of these programs are flexible in that way, that we can add on to them, or we can go with just a base. Any questions about all of that? Because this is, now we're going to kind of go rapid fire through some of these opportunities. But that's the base for the co-op. The value is $4,500. To participate in this, you would have a 1/6 formatted page, and your rate on that would be $2,500. You'll also see there the deadline of September 10th. We are running close to deadline on some of these, not on all of them, so some of them will have a little bit longer lead time as well. Travel Zoo, the UK email campaign. This is something that we have had great success with, that we want to be able to open up to our partners. This is tentatively scheduled to run in January of 2016. 1.5 million impressions. Again, a minimum of 3 partners, a maximum of 5. $3,000 is the investment that we are looking for with a 50% savings. So if you were to go out and do this yourself, it would cost $6,000 for that partner piece of it. The deadline on that is coming up on November 15th. These are really effective. They get emailed to people who are looking for travel, who are looking to come to the United States. We want them to come not only to the US, but we want them to come to Florida, because we have that big 100 million people that we have to attract to the state, and then bring them right here to Greater Fort Lauderdale. World Travel Market London Taxi Program. And Larry Cohen is here, and I can tell you that we have spent hours trying to finesse this program because we think that this is just an incredible opportunity. Larry has brought us a fabulous program that will give you, the partners, video exposure in London taxi cabs, in 25 London taxi cabs. Hello Sunny branded taxis. If you want to know what they're going to look like, we have the little models for you back at the table. And what we have tried to do with this is to execute during World Travel Market, which is one of the largest travel shows in the world. That happens the first week of November. So while we're all very busy here with the International Boat Show, the rest of the world is looking at travel, and we are there representing as well. 25 taxis in London, which will be branded with Hello Sunny, which would have your video in there. You don't have video? That's okay. Remember, we have video co-op coming up at the end of the program. 10,000 passengers per month. We're looking at basically a 16-week program here because we think it's valuable to dovetail into what Visit Florida is doing in the UK to be able to continue the program November, December, January, and February. So it's really a great opportunity. Just to give you a little bit of background on the UK, Florida used to be the #1 destination in the UK. See? California is now the #1 destination for UK travelers. So in partnering with Visit Florida, we want to grab that market share back. And so that's why we're thinking that this year it's particularly important, and you'll hear this at the marketing plan meeting, that we focus on our international marketing to be able to reclaim some of our market share from our traditional feeder markets like the UK, and also grow some additional international travel as well. So the net rate on this, we're doing a maximum of 4 partners. The net rate on this would be $2,000 for a 4-week period. So ultimately, you could look at this a couple of different ways. You could do all 16 weeks, right, for $8,000. You could do a 4-week period for $2,000. So I don't want to confuse you with all the math, but I just want you to understand what the possibilities are. It's a savings of about 73. We should have rounded these up, but it's early morning. It's too much math. Savings of 73%. We'll call it 75. Okay. That goes with that. We are approaching deadline for the November start, the late October, early November start. So the deadline on that is September 15th, which is next Tuesday. Another piece of this is the Daily Telegraph. So just so you understand, and Larry has a great sample back there of what the travel section in the UK looks like in the Daily Telegraph. And it's not the 2 pages that you're used to seeing in local newspapers. It's a big 30-page insert. It's a big deal, and it's highly, highly read through the people in the UK. And these are folks that have a predisposition to travel and to do a long-haul travel to the United States. Part of the taxi program, too, is that as the passengers pay their fare, their receipt is imprinted with your name and logo on it. So it gives you the opportunity to put an offer on there as well. So you get the video and you get the receipt that goes with that. Again, the Daily Telegraph is packaged in with this, and what happens with that is that Hello Sunny will take a full page and we'll do the Daily Telegraph. If there are partners that are interested in, we will co-op another page in the Daily Telegraph for our partners that are participating in the taxi program. So it is mutually exclusive. You do have to do the taxi in order to participate in the Telegraph program. One of the things that you should know, if you see at the bottom where you see the USA there, that is Brand USA. And one of the things that we are able to do through Brand USA is also co-op some of these programs. So that's why you see a lot of the savings, right? How are we able to present these programs to you at such a great cost? And it's because of the co-op program that we do through Brand USA. So here is one that's essentially America Insert, and that happens within the contents of the Daily Telegraph. different from what we were talking about before, where we have an actual ad in the Daily Telegraph travel section. This is an insert that gets distributed within the Daily Telegraph in November. It's called Traveling South, and it's a section that Brand USA puts together. Circulation is 100,000. Again, we're looking for 3 partners to participate, and there you see a sample of what the ad could look like, where your brand could be, and you could be called out there. The net rate for participation on this is $1,000 at a savings of 67%. This one has a very short deadline of next week. Ultra Travel UK with the Daily Telegraph. As you can tell, the Daily Telegraph is a great vehicle for reaching the traveler. The date on this, November 14th, circulation is 500,000. Again, we're looking at 4 partners to share a formatted page. What you're looking at here is a 2-page spread, correct? Right? Net rate on this is $18.75 with a savings of 70%, and the deadline on this is October 16th. So lots of different opportunities for you to look at through the Daily Telegraph, through the taxis for the UK. Now we'll shift over into, anybody have any questions about opportunities for the UK? We're going to move into Germany. We're just traveling across Europe this morning. Okay. Discover America is an insert. It runs April and May of 2016. 3 different magazines, Focus, InStyle, and Bunt. Impressions of 600,000 plus. Again, 3 partners that would share a page similar to what you've seen before at a rate of $2,000, which reflects a 60% savings. The deadline on this will come up on December 4th. It's a highly discounted rate and a great opportunity in the German market. Again, this is branded. Everything that you see that has the USA at the bottom is the brand USA, and you should just recognize that for the savings that we're able to pass on to you because of that program. Is there anyone that's not clear of what Brand USA is? Brand USA is the national marketing force that goes out and actually promotes the USA all over the world. They don't operate inside of the US, but they operate internationally. Essentially America, distributed within Lufthansa airline executive lounges. So the dates for this are in April. It's 2016. It's in that Traveling South insert. 3 partners, again, a 1/6 page as you see there. Net rate on this is $1,000. So if you're looking to reach that affluent traveler, Lufthansa, which will soon have service to Tampa and also to Miami as well. So we'll be drawing from those travelers to be able to come to Greater Fort Lauderdale. And that has a February 15th deadline. Latin America. Any questions on Germany at all? Anything else you would like to see? Think about that. We'll get back to that. Discover America insert for Latin America. Again, April and May. Estadio en Viagem. I'm working on it. I'm working on it. 242,000 impressions. Again, 3 partners. It's an affordable rate of $2,000 with a savings of 60%. And the deadline on that is December 4th. So you can see that you could be in Latin America, you can be in Germany, you can be in the UK for less than $10,000. Essentially America, Latin America comes out in April of 2016. It's a circulation of 50,000 in Mexico and 10,000 in Colombia. Again, a 3 share, so it's a minimum of 3 partners. If there were 6 partners, or 9 partners, we would continue to expand and grab those pages. Net rate of $750. So it's a great way to reach the Colombian and Mexico markets where we have direct air service into Fort Lauderdale. And it represents a savings of 50%. The deadline on that is February 15th. Brazil Tourist Journal Trade Magazine. If you want to talk to the trade, the tour operators, and receptive operators. April, May, June, and July, it's a Visit Florida section. So this is a section that is not only going through Brand USA, but it's also being supported with Visit Florida. It's a circulation of 15,000. It's tour operators, travel agencies, executives at domestic and international airlines. Again, it's a 3-partner opportunity at a rate of $1,000. So if you're looking to develop that group business, if you are an attraction, this is a great opportunity to maybe partner with a hotel and see what you could put together as a package to reach those tour operators. Just some ideas to throw out there. Again, a savings of 60%. February 1st is the deadline on that. It's the leading travel trade publication in Brazil. So these are the cream of the crop in terms of media opportunities that we're presenting to you today. Brazil Travel News, this is for consumers, so these are for the folks that want to come out and travel to the U.S. Again, we have direct airline service from Brazil to Greater Fort Lauderdale. The dates on this, March, April, May, June, and July. 45,000 circulation, again, a 3-partner format as you see here. The package is $1,000, so that's for all of those. These are monthly magazines published by Camel Editora. They have 30 years of continuous activities in the publishing market. Articles are illustrated with photos, focusing on tourist attractions and information on key places for shopping, dining, lodging, and entertainment. Lauderdale is a trade magazine, so this is going to travel industry insiders, distributed in 18 different Spanish-speaking countries. So if for the group business, if you're looking to reach those tour operators and travel professionals, you would want to consider this. A circulation of 10,000, but again, in 18 different Spanish-speaking countries. 3 partners, $650, savings of 35%. So as you can see, we've done a lot in terms of being able to deliver industry people as well as consumers, depending on your needs. M&E Trade Magazine, again, November through June and September of 2016. We are suggesting a 9-issue run on this. The net rate of $2,000. It gives you a lot of exposure and a lot of continuity. Again, 3 partners on this. It goes to travel agents, Brazilian travel agents, tour operators, and other professionals. Also news. This is kind of the Bible for what's going on in the industry in Brazil. Qual Viagem, Consumer Magazine. December through June, a circulation of 30,000. Again, 3 partners, $2,000 for the package. And it's directed to, the magazine gets distributed in more than 120 points in the best areas of Sao Paulo. Advertisers are included in both print and digital. So there's a digital component with this as well. Deadline on this is September 28th. It's a value of $3,000, and the package to you is $2,000 for one of those 3 partner slots. The Report Americas Trade Magazine ad runs February through June in the Visit Florida sections. It's a net rate of $650 for the package. Again, it's supported through Brand USA and through Visit Florida at a savings of about 35%. And a great way to, it's a pan-regional semi-monthly newspaper. It's published in Spanish and Portuguese, and it reaches the trade in about 20 countries. Bulletin Turístico. I just like saying the word turístico. February and May of 2016, circulation of 12.5. Again, $500 for the package. It has a representative in each of the 32 states who ensure regional travel agents receive their latest copy. 95% of Bulletin Turístico is successfully delivered on Mondays. It's the main tool of travel agents. It offers advertisers the best market penetration into the tourism industry. So something to be considered as well. And Visit Florida, the Latin American Vacation Guide. This is a great piece that Visit Florida secures. Again, it comes out in January. Circulation of 30,000. 3 partners. We would expand it to 6, 9, 12, and beyond. This is the piece that Visit Florida distributes all throughout the Spanish and Portuguese-speaking countries. So all throughout South America. You can't miss on this one. And the rates and the value on this are dependent upon how many partners we get, which is why you don't see an exact number there. We're also waiting for Visit Florida to come to us once we can negotiate and say we want 2 pages, we want 8 pages. That will substantially bring the rate down. So if you have interest in this, if you could see Shireen and let her know that you're interested, depending on what the cost is, that will give us a ballpark of how to proceed and how to negotiate.